Facebook. And I'm going to start the show singing because you normally do.
Yes.
I'm going to start the show singing because you normally do.
Yeah, that's a beautiful song.
That's right. I'm not letting you do it tonight, baby. It's
Come
all me,
on.
all me singing at the beginning of the show. Welcome. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, and we'll be live on Podbean here in just a second. Steve, what's going on? What's going on, my friend?
It feels good to be alive, baby.
Yep, feels good to be alive. So, we got much to talk about in the pre-show, so we might as well just do the show. You want to do the show?
Let's do it.
Let's do a podcast. So, what do I need to do that? Let me look this up real quick.
All right, be careful.
Type in here how to
Google it.
Podcast. All right, see what I need first is a. I'm just kidding.
I need a mic, and I need.
Okay, here we go. We're going live on Podbean now.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Listening to The Chuck Jones Show. Talk radio just for you. This is an iHeartRadio podcast. And now, quarantined away somewhere in Northeast Ohio, live from the Discount Wheelie Studio, here's your hosts, Chuck Jones and Steve.
This morning, as COVID cases mount across the country, the mass debate is intensifying.
People are very passionate on both sides of the great mass debate.
The partisan mass debate is heating up.
Mass debate's growing.
The president is trying to have us cover the mass debate.
CVS, Target, and Walgreens are getting in on the mass debate.
The mass debate now taking center stage at local restaurants.
It's 9 minutes after 6 now, and there's new video of a raging mass debate. The mass debate in Georgia is getting ugly.
The great mass debate in West Virginia might soon be coming to an end.
This mass debate is far from over.
How many mass debates have you gotten into? Love to hear it.
The mass debate was taken to a whole nother level.
Bishop David Zubik tells Pittsburgh's Action News 4 he found himself in the middle of a mass debate.
And we'll dive deeper into this pet store mass debate.
So we're going to begin with this thing we're calling the great mass debate.
This morning, as COVID cases mount across the country, the mass debate.
Sorry about that.
Mass debate.
You will you'll never hear the words mask debate again and not think of mass debate.
Master P is more like it. Am I right?
All right. Welcome to the Chuck Jones Show. What a great way to start episode 18 of this podcast that we do here. I am Chuck, and this is Steve. Say hello to the audience, Steve.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. If you're not ready, then you can freaking go.
Yes,
yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very good, very good. Rest stop.
I'll be here all night.
No, he'll be here for another.
I'm not leaving until I get my cookies.
Okay. Cookies from where? So anyway, Rest Stop's join us on Podbean. Thanks, Rest Stop. And, of course, we have Michelle and Anchor on YouTube. And over on Facebook, we have, I don't know why I can't see who's on Facebook. Nobody's on Facebook. Oh, well. I'm sure Gloria's there. Gloria. And Michelle from Facebook, one of our gold members, has joined us on. Yeah. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. I opened up with a funny news somebody put together about people talking about the mask debate, and
That was pretty funny.
Yes, you'll never hear the word mass debate again. without laughing. Now when someone says that and you're in a serious conversation and you start laughing, they're going to think that you are a free facer. They're just going to automatically think you're a free facer. Don't you think? Not you. I'm saying anybody.
Oh, okay.
Anybody.
Yeah.
So if you're in a serious conversation with somebody and they say something about the masturbate and you just start laughing, they're like, oh, this guy's not taking this seriously. We're all going to be dead soon, and he's not taking this seriously. So yeah. Anyway, we got some cool stuff lined up tonight. We're going to talk about something I know it's near and dear to Steve's heart, and that is
politics.
Governor DeWine's, the Ohio Governor DeWine's. There's a rumor, Steve. I heard today.
A rumor?
I heard a rumor that tomorrow at the governor's press conference, he's going to announce that the closing, or that all bars and restaurants are going to be required to close at 10 p.m. for the foreseeable future.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty bad for a bar, especially. To close
when I was in my downtown area, a couple weeks ago, they were having this big event the whole week, and I mean, there's probably like 100 people down there, maybe. So I doubt that bars are making a lot of money.
So you're saying they're already almost dead now. So it's not you making them close at 10 is not going to hurt that much more, right?
Yeah.
The patient is on the table and almost dead, but you know.
Panini's was more packed than the bars.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people at Panini's than there were at the bars, which I can understand why. I mean, it's not uncomfortable walking around a bar, a humid bar, because they never air conditioning.
Well, they can't afford to now.
Right. It's terrible. YouTube are kind of lagging, by the way, but who cares? You know.
Yeah, I know. I know. I don't know. I think I got to do something. I hate leaving Facebook because we got as many or more listeners now on Facebook than YouTube. And I messed with the settings last week, and it didn't really go any better, but the video quality was very bad. If you go back and rewatch the video compared to previous weeks, it was terrible. Mm-hmm. It was like
We'll have to sometime compare stream settings.
Well, you use Slobs, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I use OBS. Yeah. I've tried to use Slobs. It won't let me log out of the wrong YouTube channel.
Stupid Slobs.
Yeah.
Oh, we're looking good on YouTube. We're looking good on YouTube now.
What's that?
We're looking good on YouTube now.
Yeah, maybe. Who cares? We're just gonna do the show. So also tonight,
we're
gonna
stop talking about it. Stop talking about it.
Tonight we're gonna. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Tonight we're gonna what? Sorry.
Today we're going to talk about, we're going to do something I said we were going to do last week, and this would be 2 weeks in a row that I've actually said I was going to do something and did it the next week. We're going to look at Mario's Facebook page.
Okay.
He's a funny guy. He's got funny Facebook pages. I hope he doesn't mind. I mean, I'm going to knock...
You didn't ask him?
No, I'm not going to ask him. It's public information. It's public information.
Well, no, it's not really... It's a public if you're not friends with them. Like, so they won't be able to see it.
I actually am friends with them.
Yeah, but I mean, like, is it really public if not everyone can see it?
I don't know how he has his settings on his Facebook page.
That's a good point. Some people have no settings whatsoever.
Right. I know. I don't care.
I got my Facebook on 100% lockdown.
Speaking of that, did you know there was big hearings in Washington today about that?
They were live on YouTube, and it showed up in my recommendations, and I was like, why do I care about this at all?
It's you know, I mean, it's kind of concerning. It's one of those things that, for those who don't know, they had a big hearing in Washington today with the same committees that do all the political stuff, and they had the guy from Amazon was there. They actually weren't there, but they were video conferencing. The guy from Apple, Mark Zuckerberg, and the head of Google. So they're basically looking into their monopolization of things and their censoring of content. And I kind of was like, everybody's been talking about how Twitter, especially, and Facebook, and they are censoring certain content on the conservative side of the political spectrum under the guise of, public safety. Mm-hmm. And I've been kind of on the fence about whether I believe that's true or not, or if they are, if it's intentional, and because I don't, I don't peruse a lot of liberal sites, so how would I know if they're being censored? You know what I mean?
Correct.
So, but something happened yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before that made me start thinking, yeah, something's fishy, Steve. And that is yesterday afternoon, or maybe it was Monday afternoon, a bunch of doctors got together in Washington, D.C. on the front steps of the Supreme Court. Why are you laughing? Why do you do this to me?
I actually know the story.
And
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the fact that you're going to talk about the story.
Okay. So they're called American Frontline Doctors. This is a loose organization from doctors all over the country that have gotten together who believe that hydroxychloroquine is an effective treatment for COVID-19, and that there's a concerted effort to block that. So I watched the press conference. It was 45 minutes long. I watched the whole thing.
Okay.
And I thought it was pretty informative. If you believe it, you don't. If you don't, if you're anti-hydroxychloroquine, I'm going to pronounce it wrong. That's called HQ.
Terrible.
Let's just call it HQ. If you're anti-HQ, then you would think that they were all hacks and they were just
anti-headquarters.
Yeah, they were in it. So anyway, there were several doctors there, all races, all colors, and they each spoke on a kind of a specific topic within the coronavirus world. Like one talked about, the lockdowns and how it affects kids in schools, and one talked about, just Bobby Caldwell. Don't have no idea who that is.
The most famous song, "What You Won't Do for Love."
Almost
sounds like a black guy singing. It's a beautiful love song.
Yeah.
But man,
he's more
plenty of babies, of black babies.
He's more black than most black people. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because he got sold.
He got sold.
Play it. Pull it up.
Play what?
Do you have audio?
I could. Yeah. Hold on.
Let's change some lives tonight.
Let's change some lives tonight, he says.
Bobby Caldwell. Live from the queue. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bobby Caldwell. Take it away.
You're gonna have to do that again.
That was the
What's the
cue.
name of it? What's the name of the song?
If you type in Bobby Caldwell, that's
All
the
right,
first
we're
song that's
live
gonna come
on
up.
YouTube. And we are live on
Are you?
Facebook for the Leland.
I brought up my YouTube page and it just started.
After 30 days,
And of course, it's going to play a commercial.
I could not believe my before and after.
It's going to be an ad, of
Literally
course.
rolled back the hands of time 10 years. When I first saw this,
This is
Is that Dr. Swatch? Is that Dr. Swatch?
I don't know what it was. Is this
Here it is. Ooh,
We're gonna-
hear that?
We're changing some lives tonight.
Listen to the voice.
Oh, he's not white. There's no way.
He's white.
No way.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's white.
There's no friggin' way.
Oh, smooth.
Delusional. Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Dang. So he had a lot of women, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's Bobby Caldwell,
Wow.
baby.
I mean, I gotta admit, I'm a little aroused. I mean,
See what I'm saying, dude?
That's wow. Yeah.
Lots of babies. Lots of
I
babies.
bet. Now, is he married? Was he married, or is he just like playing the field all the time?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, this song was probably late 70s.
1978. Yep.
Hey.
Yep, 1978.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty smooth. That's pretty damn smooth right there.
It is very smooth. He's the man.
Yeah, I would never guess I was a white guy. Never. He's
See what I'm saying?
he's definitely got African American blood in him. There's no way he's pure European descent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby Caldwell.
Lives have been changed.
That's right.
All right. And on that note, we're going to go look at Mario's Facebook page.
It's me, Mario.
And hopefully Mario doesn't get too upset. We're going to give out his last name. He won't care.
Wait, but no one can see it.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't.
It will be.
Facebook's frozen.
Oh, then I guess they won't see it.
You what?
I guess they won't see it. They might see it. Well, his first one up here is a picture of Tom Hanks, and it's a meme, and it says, "I may not always get caught with child porn, but when I do, I obtain citizenship in a country with no extradition." Are you aware of what that means, Steve?
He became a Greek citizen.
Yes.
Him and his wife.
Him and his wife
recently.
both became Greek citizens this week. Odd, such a coincidence. Really odd that right on the heels, or right on the end of huge accusations of Hollywood being full of pedophiles and devil worshippers. And did you know that Greece considers pedophilia a disability? So
A disability.
a disability, yes, it does. And I looked that up. I don't know that they don't have extradition with America. I don't know that that's correct on the meme, but yeah. All right, so moving on, we got this one's kind of nice here. It's a orangutan with a girl holding hands, and it's basically the girl is my amazing girlfriend, and the orangutan is my weird ass wondering how I landed her. So that's sweet. Good job, Mario.
Good job, Mario.
Yeah. Here we have a tweet picture of a peaceful smoke billows out of some mobile units after peaceful protesters, trademark, set a peaceful fire in peaceful Seattle. So, if all the video's frozen, this is not as much fun and as good as I thought it would be. But can you see it, Steve?
I cannot.
Cannot. All right. So
You're frozen everywhere.
this is a good one.
And,
I don't care. I'm doing the show. This is a good one. It's several pictures of parking stops and curbs, different kinds of curbs, and it says, "Ladies, can you all see these?" Whoa, right? Whoa, right? Get it? Do you get it, Steve? Get it?
I don't, but I'm gonna nod my head like I can.
Okay. Moving on, has a video. We're not going to watch that.
Whoa, Facebook just updated. Wow.
We got one here. It says this content isn't available right now. He probably tried to put up something. Oh, he actually put up the video of the doctors because I commented on it right there that I watched it. It's gone.
There you go.
Now moving on. Accepting socialism is basically admitting you can't compete in the real world. You're saying, I'm willing to give up my liberty, my religion, and my dreams as long as the state will take care of me. Accepting socialism is accepting failure. It's the complete opposite of America, Steve.
Yeah, this is America.
Another meme about Tom Hanks. You ask why Tom Hanks picked Greece. Greece classifies pedophilia as a disability, as I previously mentioned. And
good old greasy weasy.
Here we have Democrats have destroyed America, and it's got a picture of 2016 and a Democrat donkey going crazy when Trump wins, saying he's going to destroy America. And then 2018 with the economic boom, building a wall, destroying ISIS. Donkey still saying he's going to destroy America. 2020, impeachment failed, he's going to destroy America. And then the donkey has a baseball bat and a Molotov cocktail and says, "F it, I'll do it myself." That's actually pretty funny. One more. Let's do one more, because if nobody can see these, it's kind of a waste. But anyway,
well,
picture of
Facebook's kind of working right now. So
it's a picture of Snoopy riding a bike and says, "Remember, as you slide down the great banister of life, there are going to be people who are splinters in your butt. Pick them out and slide on."
Slide on.
This is a great video here, but I'm not going to play it. And here's a video of in 19-something, somebody tried to burn an American flag on a baseball field, and one of the baseball players ran over and grabbed the flag from him. So we're done with this.
I remember that.
Yeah, we're done with this bit.
That was fun. I like Mario's page.
His it depends on what mood Mario is in. They can be very political or not very political. So if I can ever get this show fixed technically so that we can actually do the show, yeah, that would be a good bit.
That would be a good bit. Mario's world. We'll call it Mario's World.
Yeah. So anyway, Michelle.
Or Mario. Is it Mario or Mario?
Mario. It's Mario. I'm going to look back at some of the comments 2 minutes ago. Michelle. Now I'm going to get really confused. YouTube Michelle, who is on Facebook, said Tom Hanks got caught with child porn. Actually, she said prawn, but I think she means porn.
Also, it's a question mark, too.
Correct. I don't know that he got caught, but he is mixed up in all of the hashtag pedowood stuff that's going on. And if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, just don't even look into it. Just don't. Once you go down that rabbit hole, you're not coming out. I'm never coming out. So I don't even really recommend it, because if it's true, you'll just one day wake up and see, all these people going to jail and stuff, and then you can know about it. But for those of us that bear this burden of this knowledge beforehand, yeah, you just don't want to know. But he's big into that whole thing. So I'm not saying he's big into being a pedophile, but it's kind of a coincidence that he bailed and took off to Greece. Now, all these people that hate Trump so bad, they keep saying they're going to leave the country. It'd be really cool if they did, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be cool if one of them actually did it, actually left?
I mean, technically he can, right?
Who? Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, anybody can. I don't know that he ever said that, though.
Now, is it as hard to become a U.S. citizen as it is other citizens?
I don't know. All I know is from what my daughter's done traveling to Europe and back, and between France and Russia, I've heard her. I know what she's went through, and it is very difficult to go to other countries. It's not. I couldn't tell you if it's harder or easier than America, but it's not easy. It's not easy to go to other countries. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't survive unless it's Canada. Wouldn't survive.
It's kind of cold up there.
Unless it's Canada.
You don't want to go too far north, then everybody speaks French.
Unlimited free marijuana, unlimited free healthcare. Canada.
Wow. Sounds like a utopia.
It is, because I live there right now.
So I was just told that they were able to see all that stuff on Facebook. So.
I told you that.
You said it was back up. I didn't know that it was.
Yeah, back up. I mean, they can see it. Speaking of Canada, I've been watching this show. People probably don't know this, but I have stored away a land far away at my mechanic's house, a car that's been sitting there for 20 years, maybe 25 years.
It's been at your mechanic's house for 20 years?
No, sorry. It's at his house for like 15 years, and it's been sitting for 25 years.
Wow.
It's a 1975 Pontiac Ventura.
Nice.
Very similar to the more popular Chevy Nova.
Yeah.
Pretty much same car. Because you know how they do that, where it's the same company, manufacturer, making the same car with just a different title.
It's a GM car. They're both GM cars. Yeah.
Yeah, stupid. So I've been restoring it. Me and my wife and my mechanic friend have been restoring it. And so I said to myself, I need to start learning more about cars and getting a little bit more familiar with how to restore a damn vehicle, because right now I'm pretty confused. I just do what he says. But it'll be nice after this is all done to keep it up to date. So I just went on Netflix. I saw this show called Restore. And I found it, and it's called Rust Valley. And it's about this area in Canada where there's just acres and acres of land that these people own that just has hundreds and hundreds of rusted out old muscle cars or old, just 1950s, 1960s cars. The frames, the body, they've just been sitting there for years and years collecting rust. And they call it Rust Valley, which is how the show guy's name. So this guy, he built a shop on this land, and he's restoring cars and stuff. And so I started watching the show. I didn't pay too much attention to it. And these guys started talking. And every other sentence was like, where's the motor, And they kept I'm like, why are they talking like that? Because the main character has dreads. He has really long dreadlocks.
Oh, so they're from Jamaica?
No, he's Canadian.
Oh.
They're all Canadian. But they're all, you know how they say and sorry,
Sorry, what's up, you hoser?
I'm doing a bad accent, but
I used to do a podcast where a guy from St. Cloud, Minnesota would call all the time and talk about the weather, and he talked like that. So I know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Minnesota talks similar to up there. Well, yeah, I guess north.
Yeah, up north.
So here I am 5 episodes later now. I'm still watching the show. I just wanted to watch a little bit to see them, how the show works. Mm-hmm. And now I'm 5 episodes deep, and I plan to keep watching it because it's so damn entertaining. So if you're...
Go ahead. Sorry.
If you're interested in cars being restored and older cars, that are rusted out and seeing brand new, it'd be a good show to watch.
I went through phases in my life where I was really into cars, and there was a show. I went through the same thing you just explained, and I can't remember the name of the show. All they did was Mopars. They restored old Mopars, and I watched a couple seasons of that religiously. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
They only did that car, Mopars?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of different cars in that family of cars, but they only did Mopars. They didn't do Chevy or Ford, which... I'm a big Mopar guy. Mopar or no car. That's my motto.
You don't have
Ford
a Mopar,
sucks.
Though?
Yes, I do.
Is it called Graveyard Cars?
I think it is. Yep, that was it.
Okay.
Yep. I do have a Mopar, my friend. It's called a Dodge Challenger.
Okay, wait. Explain what a Mopar is, because I don't
Chrysler.
know. People listening probably don't know.
Chrysler. Anything made by Chrysler. Dodge, Plymouth.
Anything made. Okay, so Chrysler is like GM. Chrysler owns multiple.
No, GM and Chrysler are separate. General Motors.
No, I mean Chrysler's like GM.
Correct.
GM owns
Correct.
Pontiac, Chevy, and all those.
Right.
Chrysler owns.
Chrysler is Dodge, Plymouth, Fiat. What else? There's
Fiat
some.
is Dodge, right? No,
Fiat. Well, yeah, I think Fiat actually bought Chrysler. I don't know which one, but anyway.
Interesting.
So, and then GM is, Chevy, Cadillacs, what else? I don't know. And then Ford is Ford.
It's stupid stuff. Yeah.
Mercury, yeah. That's stuff that car people know stuff.
My mom had a 1968, I want to say, Plymouth Fury.
Nice.
That she got, and wherever she was living, they just stole it. I was like, man, that would have been cool to ride around in a Plymouth Fury. But she got it like when she was 19 or 20. So I would have probably saw that car if she kept it, but someone stole it. And I mean, the pictures of, the more I watch this show, the more I'm like, it's cool having all the technology and remote start, and you can change your AC settings from your phone now and all that stuff. That's really cool, but new cars don't really they don't make me like double look. But if I see a Chevelle or some type of old muscle car, I'm like, man, that's a good looking car.
Yeah,
that's a really good looking.
Yeah, there was nothing like those cars they made from about 64 to 72 would be the ultimate years, I think, with 68, 69, 70 being the height of that. But yeah, when I was young, in my early teens, my dream car was a 69 Chevelle SS.
Ooh.
Would have been followed up by a Pontiac GTO, of course, 69.
Yes.
And then I branched out more into the Mopars, Roadrunners and Chargers and Challengers and stuff. But
now, would you, since you're really close to retirement, I mean, like, you're really close.
I wish I was as close as you're making it out to be.
Would you ever decide to, as a retiree, buy an old car and fix it up as a hobby?
Probably not. I'm not that mechanically inclined. I'm average mechanically inclined, and then my motivation level makes me even less mechanically inclined. You know what I'm saying? And really, I mean, as I've gotten older, my eyesight's not as good, my dexterity's not as good. So for working on stuff, sometimes it frustrates me. So I don't think so. There's other things I'd rather do with my time than getting all dirty and greasy and sweaty trying to fix something up. And more than half, I would say 90% of the stuff that would need to be done, I couldn't do. And I have never done in my life. So I'd end up paying a bunch of money for other people to do. I mean, when I was, 20 years old, I bought a 1969 Plymouth Belvedere, which is the same model as a Roadrunner. It just didn't have as much souped up stuff. But the guy who bought this car put a brand new big engine in it and stuff. And I did some things on that car. I installed my own powered steering pump. But back in those days, you just sat in the wheel well with your feet on the ground, straddling the engine, and you just bolted some bolts on and hooked. You know what I mean? Everything was so simple in those cars.
Yeah, that's what I'm learning too. Is like looking at my Rogue under the hood and looking at the Pontiac under the hood, the Ventura. It's like it's just a big difference.
Right. Yeah,
there's not a lot to it.
I mean, nowadays, the gearheads, of the 70s and even in the 80s that would get in the garages and work on these kind of cars, they don't exist anymore as far as new cars, because you can't work on anything under there,
But they're making it to where you have to go to the dealership.
Right. I mean,
like with your radio problem.
Right. Oh yeah, there's no way I could change the radio. No way.
There's no way.
I've bought several cars and trucks in my life where I just bought it, took the radio out, went to Best Buy, bought a new radio, and put it in myself. No way. Now you can't even change light bulbs hardly anymore. You got to take half the car apart. You know what I mean?
Got to take the whole frame off.
Yeah, changed my daughter's. She's got a 2014, I think, Nissan something, and I had to take half the back of the car off, literally, to change the freaking bulb, which you got to do every 6 months to a year. One of them goes out,
Right.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I got a 2015 Dodge Challenger, which when I get old, I'll just wax it.
Wax it.
That'll be my working on the car. Go out there and wax it.
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on,
Michelle
wax
says she misses Saturn. I forgot about Saturn.
Saturn was
They
GM.
haven't been around a long time.
Yeah, that was a GM car.
That was GM?
Yes. Yep.
I used to think they were the coolest cars. They just looked different.
I never saw a Saturn that I thought looked cool. Never.
No.
I mean, they were. No, I'll give you this. They were kind of cool at the time. If you see
Yeah.
one now driving around, you're like, what is that? That's an ugly car.
Yeah, they stopped making them. When did they stop making them? 2009?
Wow.
Yeah, 2009.
Anchor said he owned 2 Saturns.
Ooh.
So, have you heard of the mystery seeds?
Mystery seeds.
Yeah. Apparently, somebody in China is running some kind of scam.
Oh yeah,
Have you heard about
this.
that? When it first popped up, it was another one of these. This isn't real. This is some kind of conspiracy. Kind of like the thing that's going around the internet, where people say they're going to go get a coronavirus test, and they sign up, and then they wait and wait and wait, and it's too long, and they go home. They don't take the test because they can't. They got to go to work or whatever, and then they get 2 weeks later. They get a notification that they tested positive. That's been, I don't know if you've heard that, but that's been spreading around the internet. I don't really believe it, but it could be true. But this is the same thing. This was spreading around the internet that people were just getting seeds mailed to them from China, and it turns out it's 100% true. They have verified now that some company in China is just randomly mailing out seeds to people, and if you look it up on the internet, you can read some stories about it. Basically, they're saying if you get these, obviously don't plant them, just turn them in. Call your local.
Some people were planting them.
That's amazing.
Did you hear anything about that?
No, I haven't, but I didn't dig that far into it.
Yeah, it was wild. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Right. I mean, if I got anything from China or from anywhere for that matter, that I didn't order was something like that, I'm like, geez, I would think it was anthrax or something, you know?
You're right.
But anyway, the U.S. Department of Agriculture is saying if you get these in the mail, to just call authorities and let them know so they can try and track this down. But
Eat them immediately.
It's a real thing. Just random seeds from China. I'm sure the Chinese.
What will they think of next? Huh?
I'm sure the Chinese aren't up to anything. Not the Chinese. Chinese Communist Party.
You know, I wouldn't last there either. Wouldn't last there very long.
No, that's one of the last places on earth I'd want to go. It's right up there with Iraq and Iran. I don't really have any desire. I don't even want to go to the freaking grocery store right now with everything that's going on. Did you see the video of the woman yelling at a young mom and her 2 young kids about not wearing masks?
I'm not surprised. I've seen so many videos.
Yeah,
now.
this one's bad. This one's really bad. This woman who's probably looks like she's in her 40s or 50s, is yelling at this woman about her kids not wearing a mask, and the young girl, she's very young, and these kids are like 2 or 3, and the kids are like, their eyes are big and they're just in shock because this woman is yelling, and the lady's trying to say, well, they're not even required to wear a mask because of their age or whatever. This woman says, this woman looks at this family and says, I hope you all die. And I thought to myself, how scarring that could be for those little kids. Like that could actually scar those 2 little kids because this stupid fat effing Karen doesn't understand the mask thing.
People are going off the rocker. Like the video I showed you, that guy trying to like football escape around a Walmart person stopping them from coming in. He's like doing all the lineman maneuver and stuff.
And the fact that just 2 Walmart employees are laying their hands on somebody is just. Yeah. I posted something on Facebook, and this is really where I'm trying to center myself with the mask thing. It says, I'm over people acting like everyone with a mask is a sheep, and I'm over people acting like everyone without a mask is selfish. It's psychological warfare to divide us. Do your own research and do whatever you think is right. Just don't hate the people that disagree with you.
Yeah.
But the problem is people are so scared. They're scared. So they literally think that if you're not wearing a mask that you are going to kill somebody. even though the numbers are not even close to proving that this is even a pandemic we should even be doing all this crap over. But anyway, I couldn't believe that. I don't go anywhere that I don't have to right now. And if I do, I will wear a mask, not because I think I should or it's doing any friggin' thing, but because I don't want to deal with anybody. If I was in that store right there and that woman told those people, "I hope you die," I don't know if I could control myself.
That'd be tough.
I would definitely. I would not lay my hands on anybody, but I would definitely give that woman a tongue lashing, and which would probably make it worse for the kids.
You old Karen. Yeah, it's hard out there, man. People are on edge all over the place.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not going to get better, buddy. It's not getting better. So I got my gun. Did I tell you that? That's big news. I got my AR-15 on Saturday.
I thought you got like 8 guns now.
Well, you know, I ordered this AR-15 and it was delayed, but I got it on Saturday. I should have brought it out so you could see it.
I would love to. I would love for you to point a gun at me.
I wouldn't point it at you. That's not gun safety. That's not good gun safety. Hold on, I'll go get it.
Oh, do it.
Talk about something.
That's how we'll end the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go through a gun haul. Chuck's going to show us every single one of his guns, starting from the smallest to the biggest. Which gun is the strongest in Chuck's basement? Oh, baby. That is quite the doozy. Is that an X77 scope?
It has 2 scopes on it. I'll show you. 2 scopes. It has I'm going to hold this so the camera can see it. There's a red dot sight, which is actually red and green, and it has a 3x zoom, which rolls out of the way like this.
3 times. Yeah. Oh, you can get it out of there.
Yeah. So there you go. There's a better view.
Nice.
So this is the red dot. I gotta get the...
Oh yeah, red dot it. Oh
there.
Yeah.
So there's the red dot, and there's the zoom, which can roll it back in there.
Now, do you think your aim is still as good when you're in the military?
Probably not. I was a pretty good shot in the military. I was an expert rifleman.
You were an expert rifleman?
I was, yes. Yep.
Wow.
In the Marine Corps, you shoot on what they call a KD range, which is known distance, and you shoot basically the same weapon, an M16, which is AR-15 is pretty much the same thing. The only difference is the military one, you have a 3-round burst, civilian style.
You can switch it on and off. 3-round burst.
Right. Civilian one like this is just one shot, you know. But yeah, I was an expert, so you shoot at 3 different ranges, 200, 300, and 500 yards. And a man-sized target at 500 yards, I could hit head or chest 7 out of 10.
Really?
Every time, yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, this is a pretty nice weapon here. It's got the fold-up sights, hard sights, iron sights, in case the red dot goes out.
You got a backup.
Yeah, I got a backup there. So.
Very nice.
Yep. I can't wait to take it to the range.
You going anytime soon?
I ordered something because all these sights need zeroed in, so you can either go to the range and spend a bunch of money in ammo, which is not cheap right now. Ammo is crazy expensive because it's hard to find.
Yeah.
Did you know that in Ohio, in May of 2019, I believe, and these numbers might not be exact, so don't quote me, they sold about 10,000 first-time firearm buyers. In the same month in 2020, it was 23,000.
Jeez.
So, yeah, everything is being sold. It's hard to find it. But anyway, they make a cool thing now. It looks like in layman's terms, it looks like a bullet, but it's a laser. You take it and you put it in the chamber of the gun, and you aim it at a target. So there's a laser hitting the target exactly where the bullet would hit it. So then you just adjust your sights so that it hits that laser dot.
So you don't need the laser sight anymore.
No. You do. The bullet, the bore sight's what they call it. You obviously got to take it out once you're done. But instead of firing around at a target, because what you would normally do is you would fire 3 or 4 shots, and wherever those 3 or 4 hit, so you're aiming at the sights, and you have your sights on the bullseye, but they all hit 4 inches to the left. So that means you know you have to adjust your sights to the right to bring what you're aiming at to the center. You following?
Mm-hmm.
Following me?
Kinda.
So you would do.
This is a whole nother level beyond political talk.
Right. Well, you're going to have to learn this stuff. You're going to need to learn this stuff because I asked somebody at work today. I said, when the Civil War starts and I go off to fight, can I use the sick time for that, or is that FMLA? And there was 2 people standing there. I asked both of them, and the one person understood that I was kidding, and so they were kind of playing along. And the other person was like, "Oh no, you can use military time." I mean, there's people right now in the National Guard that are. I said, "Well, I'm not going to be in the U.S. military. I'm going to be in a militia."
It's true.
But anyway, back to the gun thing. You know,
Sorry,
you used to have to fire a bunch of rounds to zero your sights in. But you can buy this bore sight thing and just do it at home. You don't even have to go to the range. So once I get those, which I should be here in a few days, next week, I'll be at the range next week.
Oh.
So
right.
I got to stop at the Fin, Feather, and Fur and start picking up some more ammo. You can only buy 2 boxes at a time now.
Interesting.
Yep.
So that's kind of like the hand sanitizer. It was flying off the shelves.
Right. It was. Yep. Yep. I was there a month ago and they had pallets. I mean, like 10 pallets of ammo down the middle of the store. Every shelf was stocked. A month later, all that was gone.
Jeez.
And very little left.
People aren't messing around.
They are not. So.
Hey, I guess if zombies come, man, we're set. All right, let's end it up in the show.
You've been listening to The Chuck Jones Show. Go to chuckjonesshow.com to listen, download, stream, and subscribe. This podcast is available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Chuck Jones Show. We're live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern in the United States. You can join us on the Podbean app. Until next time, adios, amigos.
Why you booing me? I'm right.
All right. That's it for the Chuck Jones Show. Thanks for listening on Podbean Rest Stop. As always, we appreciate you listening to the show. We had a few other people join tonight. I was kind of distracted and couldn't keep up with it. It's almost impossible to keep up with the chats. I have 3 different chats going. Only 2 tonight, actually. But Stanley G, some other people joined. I appreciate you listening. We're here every, and Billy, of course, and we're here every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a general talk show. You never know what we're going to talk about. So thanks for listening on Podbean. See you next week. And YouTube. Thanks for listening on YouTube.